Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now I guess this is gonna be like a continuation of my goodbye videos to McFarlane again, unless they release an actually better version of Green Lantern than this one. This is gonna be my final Green Lantern in this line, and I'm really excited about it because at least finally on the last year, McFarlane actually released an L Jordan that uses the Kyle Rayner body mold. Now, during my review of this more classic Green Lantern, I had a lot of backlash on it because, as I said, I was actually disappointed that they've given me a classic Green Lantern which just uses the generic Blue Beetle mold. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is a bad figure. I'm just really a huge fan of this Green Lantern, of this Kyle Reiner body mold, that for me, the best Green Lantern, which for me is Al Jordan, deserves to have a figure also using this mold and not the generic Blue Beetle mold. And I guess on the last year, McFarlane finally listened and actually gave us this one. Now, on the negative side, I think if you watch my Flash video, basically that's also my gonna be my goodbye video to McFarlane as far as the Flash figures are concerned. One of the things that McFarlane lost that I actually had during its first and second year is the fan factor. And one of the things that you can say that McFarlane's no longer focused on the fan factor of the figure is that look at this accessories that they provided. These are the Red Hood accessory. They didn't about even think about something original when it comes to the construct. So yeah, this is actually what I mean. The fan factor of McFarlane, they just lost it. They just became lazy. And considering that this is on the higher price line, this is the Pinch Puncher line, not their normal DC Multiverse line. Yeah, I guess if there's one thing that I can say I'm hopeful now that Mattel has it is that McFarlane will no longer disappoint me for being this lazy reuse. And let's face it, it's not just this year, it's I guess for the last 2 years, ever since McFarlane started increasing prices and using remold, they just stopped creating new accessories. I'm not sure if anyone has talked about it, but that's the one thing that I also don't like that McFarlane lost. They never created anything new when it comes to the accessories. And Green Lanterns, the main feature of their power are constructs, and they can't even give us anything good when it comes to the construct of this one. Anyway, enough chattering. Let us unbox this. Okay, out of the box. So yes, finally, I love this Green Lantern. Finally, Al Jordan in a Kyle Rayner mold. And again, guys, please understand, as I said, I this grew on me actually. This grew on me, but the fact that Sinestro, Sinestro's version uses the Kyle Reiner body mold, so why won't the greatest Green Lantern of all, Al Jordan, also have a figure that uses such mold? And now he does. And he is awesome. I wonder though, because when it comes to head sculpt, I prepared this one. And I think when it comes to the green, they are practically the same. Can I do a head swap on this one? Let me try. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to eat them up if I'm gonna do that, but I think it's possible. But because the peg on the Blue Beetle one, I think has a bigger, bigger circle at the bottom. But when it comes to that connection to the head, I think they're the same size. So it's gonna be something like dipping it on hot water so that even the peg will not come with it. Of course, I'm gonna do it. Okay, since they have the same peg, yeah, you can actually swap their head. And this is probably how I'm gonna keep my Green Lantern one because I like this more classic head sculpt more than this more plainer one. Although now that I put them together, I noticed that there's a little difference on the skin tone on the neck, but honestly, it's not that obvious. So this is gonna be my ultimate Green Lantern figure now. So here are the main Green Lantern L. Jordan mold that was given to us. The one on the right is the very first mold, although this version, this is the gold label version, which actually has better color. That's why it still looks good. But again, I think the issue with this one, they call it too bulky. And honestly, I think what they call this one is that he has gorilla shoulders. And yeah, Al Jordan is not known to be a very bulky character, and that's why a lot of people didn't like that mold. And that's why when the classic Green Lantern came, the one on the left, which uses the Blue Beetle mold, a lot of people actually like it, and I think this figure actually has increased in price because before the Green Lantern in the middle was released, this is the ultimate classic Green Lantern. And again, as I said, I'm not saying that it's a bad figure. I'm just thinking that, considering that Sinestro has is built on this mold and on this mold, and I really love this mold, we deserve an L Jordan that also uses this mold. And that is why, for me, this new release by Green Lantern, by McFarlane, is the ultimate Green Lantern for me. Just needed to do the head swap though, because the classic head sculpt looks better than the one that is included on this one. So, yeah. What do you think, guys? Which Green Lantern figure for you do you think is the best when it comes to the McFarlane releases? I think I think for me, I'm really really happy that at least on the last year of McFarlane, they finally released Al Jordan that actually uses this Kyle Rayner body mold. And now Al Jordan actually looks better and more more in theme if you put them next to the Blue Lantern Kyle Rayner and his nemesis, the Yellow Lantern Sinestro. So, how about you guys? Leave in the comment which Green Lantern figure do you think is the best when it comes to these McFarlane releases? Unfortunately, though, this Green Lantern license for me could have been a huge gold mine that McFarlane didn't really use that much. I mean, they could have released a separate accessory pack on this one just for the different construct that you can use on them just to increase the fun factor for the Green Lantern. And yeah, McFarlane didn't use that. As I said, they McFarlane through time lost the fun factor and became lazy. I mean, I would buy an accessory pack for the Green Lantern constructs. Plus, there are a lot of the other lantern, the blue lantern. As far as I know, the only blue lantern that was released is this one, the Kyle Rayner one. And the other colors that the Star Sapphire, I don't think any Star Sapphire was released. This is a franchise that McFarlane really didn't care too much. Now, I am a huge Batman fan. That's why McFarlane did spoil me when it comes to the Batman franchise, but I kind of hope that he also at least given us something when it comes to the Green Lantern franchise. Anyway, guys, if you've reached this part of my video, thanks a lot. If you like my video, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, guys, see you on the next one. And let's hope Mattel actually give us justice when it comes to the Green Lantern line and release more characters on it.